Hi, this is episode 6 of Crondos. I'm your host, Jordan Hudgens. I'm a Ruby dev and the CTO of devcamp.com. No one likes Mondays. So on Mondays, I like to cover a complex development topic and give a dead simple explanation on how it works and how you can use it in the real world. So even if you're having a rough day, at least you'll learn something new, or at least a new way of thinking about it. Today I'm going to cover how object-oriented programming works. It's also called OOP. You'll see it referenced both ways. When I started learning programming about a decade ago, I started learning with procedural programming. And what procedural means, if you're not familiar with it, is you build, say, a invoicing application, and you would have different pages that the user would navigate to, and on each one of those pages, you'd have a script run that would call certain methods and different functionality. And there'd be a lot of code duplication, and there'd be a lot of bugs you'd have to fix in the app, and it really wasn't a great way to build applications. Now that you have a high-level view of how procedural programming works, how is object-oriented programming different? Well, the way I like to think about object-oriented programming is it's a way of abstracting the functionality and making it possible to share it across the entire application in a much more elegant way. In taking a real-world case study, imagine that you're building an application that allows users to create accounts, and you also need to have the ability to make some people administrators. In object-oriented programming, you'd have a user class. In that class, you'd have methods such as register, sign in, encrypt password, and different things like that. But now we have the issue that you have two types of users, regular users and site administrators. For the most part, both user types are pretty similar. The only differences will be things such as editing pages and admin type tasks. In procedural programming, you'd need to create two different types of users, which would lead to having quite a bit of duplicate code. However, in object-oriented programming, you can simply create a user class and then create a regular user and an admin user subclass that inherit from that parent user class. When child classes inherit from a parent class, then all of the different methods and functionality inside of the parent class get passed down the chain to those child classes. So in our example, the admin user would get all the regular different types of functionality that come along with being a user, and then you as a developer can add custom methods and functionality specific to the admin role. Do you see how that works? At a high level, object-oriented programming allows you to structure an application where functionality and behavior can be inherited and shared however you see fit in building the application. If done properly, it can lead to your app being very well written and being very elegant with minimal code duplication. I hope you now have a better idea on how object-oriented programming works. This has been a high-level overview, so in the resources section of this post, I place links where you can take a deep dive and learn more about it, including a tutorial on how you can build a real application that utilizes object-oriented programming throughout the tutorial.